Hey everyone, I'm here at BrickFair New Jersey 2019. Behind me is the Great Ball Contraption Loop. There's about 7 core builders here and another dozen or so contributed their workshop modules to the loop. We're grand totaling around 78 modules and total length of 94 feet, around 850 balls in the loop, and we're representing US and Australia. So let's turn the camera around and I'll walk you through what we've got on the table. I'm going to start here with one of Stuart's reservoir modules. This is immediately after the ball pit, and we've put it there especially to absorb the surges that come when people put a lot of balls into the output. After that, we have my 4-bar Hoken mechanism. Then we move into a new design of mine, and this is actually a topper for a standard brick weld module. So you can take the top off and you can put this Christmas tree mechanisms on it. After that, we go into my crane module. Take it a few steps back. We can see it is one of 3 bridges on the layout. This one's actually providing a full 32-inch gap, and we've done that because we have one of the people displaying today has a wheelchair, so we've made it wide enough for him to get in and out with mobility. This shows someone's contributed this nice little cherry picker here as part of the crane, the tower construction that's going on here, and I really like it. It works really well. After that one, we have my new number 9 module, built very recently in the last couple of weeks. And it has worked exceptionally well throughout the day. The only trouble I've really had is these motors here on the back have dropped off a couple of times, but they're all braced up now, so that's not going to happen again. After that, we've got the Stargate Module, and that one was a little bit temperamental early on in the morning. From there we go into a wheel lift module, running a little bit slow at the moment. So I'll speed that one up. From there we have a card module, and I've actually put a couple of modules on this show for a bit of nostalgia. This was the second module I ever built, so I thought I'd put it, and the first show I ever showed it at was BrickFair New Jersey 2017, so I thought I'd get it on the table for 2019 for a bit of that. After that we have my shooter module. Once again, this is the 3rd module I ever built and brought to BrickFair New Jersey 2017. It's been running about as well as a shooter runs, so about 80 to 90% make it up into the net, and the rest we have to pick up throughout the day. From there we move into another wheel module, a nice little blue chain lift module, and back to my dot matrix printer. So this one prints balls prints words using the Lego balls. There's a little bit of a clue as to what it's printing here on the front of the fence. And if I come back up, we can actually, I've got really good timing on that actually, we can actually see the full Lego GBC coming out. For a bit of trivia, this was the first module I ever actually built. Spent about 5 months building it. It's had a few changes since I built the original, and then I also brought it to BrickFair New Jersey 2017. So what I originally bought was those 3 modules. So we had the card and lift, the tower battle, and the dot matrix printer, and that was it. And I consumed about 3 or 4 feet on the table. And at this show, I'm about 30 feet. So I've expanded my collection just a little bit. After that, after my printer, we come into Stuart's bridge module. If I zoom out a bit, we can see the man himself in the background. Attending to his, well, it's not called one of his modules. Right after that, we've got a wheel module build. That's been running really well throughout the day as far as I know. We then go into his bucket dumper. These days you could probably call it the ice bucket challenge. And let's hang around a minute just to watch that one actually dump out. Very close. And there we go. After that one, we move into Stuart's train module. Been running really well throughout the day. And as always, it's sitting behind his Starburst machine. So Stuart brings this Starburst machine to every show he's at. He sells candy to the kids throughout the day. They can put a quarter in and buy a Starburst, and at the end of the day, all the money he makes, he donates to charity. So it's a really cool machine, and it works really well with the train behind it. After the train, we'll go into Stuart's wheel module. I think it's called Wheelie. I will put it in the text if I got that one wrong. We've got an Akiyuki variation, another one is Stuart. In fact, right back at the bridge, we started a whole section of Stuart's modules. After that, we have a Stuart's build of a Dunes. I believe it's the Dunes designed this module of a Tom Axon module. So Tom Axon has a perpetual prototype catapult, and this is a version of it that is very robust. And instructions are available online, and I'll throw a link down in the description for that one. After that one, we've got Stuart's classic Stairway to Heaven, a great module to watch, always entertaining to watch the balls go backwards and forward. From there, we get into all the workshop modules. So I think we built 32, 33 people came to the workshop, and over half of them have made it to the table. We actually took a little bit of time to put the patch on. If I come down here, and we get close in, you can see it here. It's an extra little 1x5 lift arm. I'll put a link down in the description. I've got a video that specifically talks about the change from what's out of the box, and it just makes it that little bit more reliable. And when you've got 20 of them on the table, that's exactly what you want. So let's spend a bit of time going through these. So we have a red, a yellow, a green, a blue, another red, and generally I like to try and lay them out in the BrickFair in the same order as the colours on the logo. It's got a bit mixed up during the day, but always fun. Like we had a bit of fun with it, making sure we had the 4 different colours available for people to build. And so, you know, why not have a bit more fun and actually lay them out in the same order on the table. We've done a little bit of an inset loop on this because although we've got an 80-foot layout, it's pretty easy to fill that these days between Stuart, myself, and some of the other core builders on the table. After that, we're getting into Charlie's section here. He's bought, I really like this module of his, the blue and orange. Always great to watch, and really good use of color and trans clear. In fact, let's try and get around the back and see there. I really like how the light comes through there, really clever. So after that, we move into his 2 rows diverged module, and this one has the balls come up the chain lift and fill up the buckets. Looks like one of those buckets is, there we go. So the buckets fill out, they get enough balls in them, and then they send them on to the next module. Into one of his chain lifts now, coming up here. Good use of the Technic curve panels to create a really neat ramp coming off that one. And here's the statistics of the loop from this morning when we added it all up. And I feel like we've done pretty well with the count. I don't believe we've taken anything off for catastrophic failure. So that's been a really good run for us today. After that, we're getting into Casey's area. Really nice theme, Brickworld 2018 workshop module. And we've got, as always, we've got the snail out the front. Looks like they're battling the knights, so I'm not sure who the good guy there is. It's probably the snail.
That's a reference to medieval manuscripts where the knights are always battling snails.
All right, we've got a nicely themed Brickworld workshop module. Another one of the BrickShow workshop modules. And as always, we have her classic snail chain lift module. I really like this one. I don't think I've ever seen anyone else use those wheels with the colors in GBC at all or to such great effect. After that one, we've got a nice themed forest one. Haunted snail tree. Let's come out a little bit so you can see some of the detail on this. There's some really clever stuff going on underneath with the skeletons and so forth. And I can't quite see it, but I'm sure there's a snail in there somewhere. After that one, we've got one of the workshop module prototypes. Casey was one of the ones that helped us perfect this module. So nice use of rainbow colours there. And of course, we've got a snail sitting there in the background. We've had a bit of an accident with some Galidor here. Not many people know who Galidor are. I probably wouldn't know the right link to put in the description, but Lego did produce a line of, I guess, figures called Galidor. Certainly look it up. There's a big following on that series and the mini figures they kind of created out of it. After that one, we've got another workshop module. And after that one, we have a little 8x8, the smallest kind of module you can make. If I come down and look on top, we can see that exact 10x10 outside dimensions. And I think from memory, these modules don't ever quite take the 30 balls, but it does a pretty good job of it. And on the front, we've got a Beyond the Brick sticker. So if you're into Lego GBC, certainly check out their channel. They generally do the big conventions and do some really great videos of their stuff. From there, we've got another Brick World workshop, another BrickFair workshop module. And this is one of the new guys on the table, a chap called Andrew. He's come along, he's bought some new modules, and he's done a really great job helping us out today. And as far as I know, his modules have run really well without any fault. So I hope he comes back in the future. In fact, I don't quite think I've quite seen this one before. So this is really like the stepper. This is a really clever use of the stepper. So we've got thin pistons. And let's come down the bottom. We're going to have a look at what he's done with the piston arrangement here. He's got some really clever use of Technic parts. I don't think I've quite seen this mechanism before. So this is a very, very interesting use of Technic there and the way he's done the cams. I really like the way the mechanism's exposed so that you can see what's going on. So yeah, I hope he comes back and continues to be excited about GBC like the rest of us. After that, we've got a module by John, and this is a really clever adaptation of the Steamboat Willie. So if I come out a bit, we can see it rocking away there. We come in and zoom in a little, we can see the ball path, and it's actually sneaking behind it. You can see a ball's coming there and sneaking around the background. And the rocking motion really helps stop jams come in. And our third and final bridge for the event, it is Charlie's bridge. If I come up here, he's got some really clever theme, the GBC, and we notice it just turned. So what he's done here is all of these will turn when balls go past. So you kind of get this random turning of the G, the B, and the C. And I'll just come out a bit so we can see all three going. And I'll count out a little bit further so we can see the full bridge. Once again, it's certainly the scariest bridge on the table, but and once again, he's never had a problem with it. So I'm really glad he brought a bridge. It's been a really lovely layout to have 3 full-size bridges, no crawling under tables and so forth. It's got a really clever use of the brick separators here and the trans clear, and with the balls coming down. And then we're back into some of my modules. So we have my mini golf. Always a classic, still enjoyed by the public. Performed quite well today. I'll just zoom out a bit and we'll gloss over that one. I won't spend too much time on it. And the mini golf leads into the Bulldozer. So no Tom Atkins in this show. And as such, I thought I'd try my hand at building a Bulldozer. We've got a converted Wally sitting there in the background using a powered up and a couple of powered up motors. We've also got the little Bobcat moving around. The Bobcat's a 1/17 mini land scale. If I can get into the front. Whoa. That's cool. We saw a sneak peek of someone driving the Bobcat. There we go, the man in purple there. So the venerable Mr. Atkinson driving a Lego Bobcat there to get the balls in. So after the Bulldozer, we're back to where I started the video. We've got a Akiyuki variation pick and place module that picks all the balls up and moves them back onto the reservoir. So that's been the layout for BrickFair New Jersey 2019. I hope you've enjoyed all the modules on the table. No doubt there'll be a bunch of other footage online. And I just heard a big bang in the background. They've had some really fun games going on at this show. So it's been a really fun show. We've got another day tomorrow. We're running World of Lights tonight. Hopefully I'll get some footage for that. Once again, I hope you enjoyed the video and I look forward to making more. Thank you.